All right, so we're going to dive into a story that's got everyone in the music world kind of reeling the accusations against Sean Diddy Combs. You guys really wanted this deep dive, and let me tell you, it gets pretty intense pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't ignore the whole Diddy factor here, right?
Yeah.
Like, for anyone who maybe needs a refresher, we're talking about the founder of Bad Boy Records. He launched a ton of careers, worked with, like, everyone, the notorious B.I.G., Mariah Carey. It's not just being an artist. He's a full-on mogul, defined a whole era of hip-hop.
Exactly, which honestly makes this whole situation even more, I don't know, unsettling. It's not just some celebrity scandal. This gets to the heart of like power in the music biz. Our main source here, an InfoBay article, it lays out a timeline starting, I want to say about 6 months back.
Hmm.
Searches of Diddy's places in LA, Miami, almost like they were, building a case or something.
And then that case really blew up on September 16th with his arrest. New York hotel. The initial reports, they were already bad, over 10 accusations of sexual assault, rape, that kind of thing. But honestly, what's happened since is what's really got people worried.
It's like watching, I don't know, like a domino effect. Each thing just adds to this bigger and bigger, and honestly, really disturbing picture. We're now at 120 accusations of sexual violence against Diddy.
120 separate people, men and women.
Right.
And we're talking incidents going back like 2 decades.
Yeah.
This isn't just a couple of accusations. It really makes you think there might be a pattern here. And legally, this is huge. Federal charges, sex trafficking, conspiracy to commit organized crime, even transportation for prostitution.
Yeah.
This is serious stuff.
Yeah, this is way beyond some PR nightmare, right? We're talking about incredibly serious allegations, consequences that could, change people's lives forever. But before we even try to unpack like the specifics of what's being said and this whole network that might be involved, I think we got to understand the world where this all allegedly went down.
Oh, absolutely. Context is everything here. And yeah, the InfoBay article, it does kind of paint a picture of a certain lifestyle, but a culture, the whole Diddy world. And that might be a key part of how this alleged behavior went on, maybe even was hidden for so long.
So we're talking about Diddy, right?
Yeah.
But he's not just a musician. He's like the top dog. And these accusations, they're all allegedly happening in this world. He's built parties, album launches, even like auditions for artists trying to make it.
Yeah, that last one is kind of what gets me,
Mm.
speaks to a very specific power dynamic. You're brand new, you just want your shot. I mean, talk about vulnerable, right? Especially with someone like Diddy.
It's like the whole casting couch thing, but times 100.
Yeah.
Because this isn't just some producer, this is Diddy. The InfoBay article, they go into these freak-off parties. Anything in that description stand out to you?
Honestly, the whole over-the-top vibe, it's kind of a lot. These things were designed to impress, to make you feel like, wow, I'm in Diddy's circle. Celebrities everywhere, you know how it is. Easy to see how boundaries get blurry, how someone could feel pressured, especially in that world.
And if this is all true, it wasn't just parties, right? This allegedly went on for years, almost like it was, I don't know, normal. 3,000, they said over 3,000 people came forward.
3,000. Even if only a small number actually end up in court, that's a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Makes you think about who didn't come forward, right?
Right.
Like, was there this culture of silence? Did people feel intimidated? Did they think no one would believe them?
It's crazy, right? You've got this power imbalance, potential for coercion, maybe even fear of, like, what happens if I speak up? A lot to deal with, especially in that industry. It's cutthroat.
And this is where it gets, I don't know, kind of tricky, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to remember, this is just one side. Diddy's lawyer is saying, no way, these accusations are totally false, trying to ruin his name.
And Diddy's
Innocent until proven guilty. We can't forget that.
Right, of course, of course. But then there's Tony Busby. He's the lawyer for, like, over 100 of the accusers, and he's saying this goes way deeper.
He is not holding back either. He's out there saying many powerful people are involved. Not even just the abusers themselves, but people who helped them, covered things up, or just, like, pretended it wasn't happening.
So from 120 accusations, now we're talking, what, like conspiracies? A whole network. This is a whole other level, and it could blow up the whole music industry.
No doubt. If even a small part of this is true, it really makes you question everything. How power works in that world, how abuse gets ignored, does the industry even protect people? It's a mess.
This is where it feels like, I don't know, we've gone from the news to some kind of movie, right? Conspiracies, these big names, everyone protecting each other. It's easy to get caught up in it all.
Yeah, it's a lot. And online, forget about it. Once Busby started hinting at this whole network thing, it just blew up. Leaked lists of who was at these parties, Beyonce, Jay-Z, even Justin Bieber got dragged in.
And suddenly everyone's looking at, like, not just Diddy, but the whole music industry, like trying to connect the dots. Who knew what, when, all that.
And that's where we got to be careful, you know? Speculation, it's not evidence. Conspiracy theories are fun, sure, especially with a story this big, but we got to stick to the facts.
Absolutely. Innocent until proven guilty, right? That's for everyone, not just Diddy. But it does make you wonder, if Busby goes after this whole network, what's that even look like? Any specifics? Who's it talking about?
It's been kind of vague so far. Facilitators, enablers, those words could mean a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
People covering stuff up, pressuring victims to stay quiet, even just, I don't know, acting like this is all okay.
So it's less about finding more abusers, more like exposing how this was allowed to happen for years.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so huge. Even if Diddy, I don't know, beats these charges, it's bigger than him. It's about how power works, not just music, anywhere where you've got people at the top and people trying to get there.
The old story, right? Ambition, opportunity, and how far people go to get what they want. But here, it's not just one guy's career. It's about maybe a whole system that looked the other way.
And that's why this conversation, it's so important. No matter what the courts decide, this is going on. The hashtag #MeToo movement, it hit Hollywood hard, and it might be the music industry's turn.
It's wild to think about, what's Diddy's legacy going to be? The music, the business? Or will this be all anyone remembers? Too early to say, really. More questions than answers, that's for sure.
And that's where you come in, right? Our listeners. What sticks with you? What doesn't make sense? Because this isn't just some celebrity drama. This is real life, our life.
Mhm.
Hopefully this got you thinking, even if it's just to wonder, what else is going on out there? We might be done with this deep dive, but hopefully the conversation, that's just getting started.